The rescue is a fairly inconsequential episode in Doctor Who's second season, yet it still entertained me. The only particularly notable thing this episode did was introduce us to the character of Vicky, but other than that, not much happens. But that's okay. This episode doesn't have to be a big deal because last week's episode was kind of a big deal, so this week just needed to keep me entertained, which it did. At 2 parts, this story isn't given a lot of time to tell, well, a story, so it keeps things kind of simple, which is good. And while I did enjoy this episode a good bit, I will say it's not the most memorable episode. I saw it some 4 days ago now, and I'm having some difficulty in remembering certain plot details, and I can't be bothered to rewatch it, so I'll just have to leave that as is. And essentially there's a couple of humans in the future waiting for a rescue ship and trying to keep that a secret from the alien, who is very murderous and will kill them if it finds out. So that's that. And there was one unforgettable moment in the episode that did stand out to me. It was just so perfect that I have to play it for you.
Outside and have a look. I will too. Susan, get...
Why don't you show me how to open the door?
Like, wow, that just worked so well. I love it. It's a perfect self-contained moment. The alien in this one did interest me. Although the costume does look like, well, a costume, it still is quite interesting. And for some reason, it reminded me of the monster from Before the Flood in Series 9 of the revived series. But looking back, they aren't very similar at all. I'm not sure why it reminded me of that, but it definitely did. And I suppose the most important thing I should talk about from this episode is Vicky. I definitely didn't get enough of a sense from her in this episode to fully judge her, but I will say that she didn't impress me. I'm mostly afraid of her becoming Susan 2.0, you know, and another young female who freaks out, but it helps that she is human and from the future, so that's something, and I really don't know what I'll end up thinking of her, but I am somewhat worried. Fingers crossed, though, definitely. The Doctor continues to go in the direction that I like seeing him go. He still has a bitter side, but overall has a sense of fun and laughs a good bit. I actually love when William Hartnell's Doctor laughs, because when he laughs, I laugh, and that makes the show more fun to watch. I still like Barbara, but that's not a surprise in the slightest, although she did kill Sandy. Although she was trying to protect Vicky, although Vicky reacted, yeah, whatever, that was weird. I'm not sure what my thoughts are on that, really. I enjoyed the simple story and the reveal at the end, which I recall making sense upon initial viewing, but thinking back on it, in hindsight, I do have some questions, and I know it fixed some of my problems, but it might have also just caused more, I'm not sure, but it's just not big enough for me to bother making a spoiler section, and I also don't remember it too well, as I said, so I'll just let it go. Overall, The Rescue is a fairly unimpressive yet quite entertaining watch. Even though I may not have come across very positive in this review, I do like this episode a good bit for reasons I don't seem to have successfully articulated, which is a sign that I have actually failed to appropriately review this episode. As long as I explain why I think what I think about an episode, I've done my job, but I'm not sure that I really have. I suppose I enjoyed that I kept my attention and in no way overstayed its welcome. The characters were entertaining and continued to be engaging. The story was simple yet successful. I just liked it a good bit. I hope that helps. Please tell me whether or not I succeeded in explaining why I do like this episode, because that would be useful feedback. So please let me know about that. Overall, this story just entertained me. It was worth the watch, and while not very memorable, the characters carried it enough to hold my attention for a good 50 minutes. While I doubt this will be one I revisit often, I did enjoy my time with it, and it was all well worth it for the Susan moment. The enjoyably forgettable The Rescue earns a good rating of 7.75 out of 10. If you join me again this coming Sunday, then I will be reviewing The Romans. I've already seen it, and I'm kind of eager to discuss it, so be sure to let me know what you thought about this episode down below, and I hope to see you again this coming Sunday when I give you my thoughts on The Romans. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, take care, and have a lovely week.